Hey guys, so tonight for dinner we're having chicken leg quarters and I'm going to do like a Greek style marinade on them and I'm going to let them sit in the fridge all day marinating, and then tonight we'll cook them up in the oven. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a sheet pan style with the vegetables on the pan, everything on one pan, or if I want to put them on a grill pan and put them on bake and have the grease drip through the pan. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure that out when I get home and I see what vegetables I have. But I'm going to put the chicken aside for now and I am going to make the marinade, starting with the olive oil. You know, I don't really measure much, but this is about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, maybe 3 tablespoons. Okay, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And to the olive oil, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. This is apple cider because it's what I use. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. A teaspoon of salt. Now, you need 2 to 3 tablespoons of garlic minced. So if you don't have minced and you mince it yourself, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12 cloves of garlic minced, and the juice of 2 lemons. So let me get that juiced. I'm going to juice it in here. So normally I would roll these around to get them like the juice is released, but these are like super juicy and like mushy already. Not mushy, but they've been in the fridge for a couple weeks because they were 5 for $1. So I'm like, I'm going to buy lemons and I'll figure out what to do with them later. So I'm just going to juice this. Yeah, these are super juicy lemons, and the fact that they've been in there for a while makes them even juicier. All right. And because this marinade has vinegar and lemon, that's going to tenderize the chicken while it marinates. So this chicken is going to be super tender, super juicy, super flavorful, and I'm going to do a lemon and a half just because these are so juicy. That was almost like a lemon and a half right there, that one. So I'm going to do a lemon and a half. If you have normal lemons where they're not extremely, extremely juicy, do 1.5. Look at all this. Get all that goodness right there. And then I could save the other half a lemon for some lemon water or for some tea. Yeah. Look how juicy that was. Let me rinse my hands. Okay. Now, before I pour the lemon juice in there, I'm going to pour it through one of these so that I don't get a bunch of seeds in my marinade. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna pour it right through the sieve. Just like that. Duck. All right, perfect. Now that is some juicy lemon. And now I'm not even gonna mince the garlic because I don't have time to do a fine mince. I have a few minutes to get out of here. So what I'm gonna do is crush it with the knife, and then I'll just do a quick run through of the knife, and I'm out. If I had more time, I would use the food processor, but I have to dig that out, so it's just faster if I just do this. All right. If I had a bigger knife at the moment, I could do multiple at one time, but all right. So I'm just gonna run the knife through this a little bit, and then I'll just throw it in the pan with the marinade. I'm going to throw all that garlic in the pan. Just like that. A little bit left. Okay. Grab a paper towel. All right, I'm gonna put a paper towel down just so that I don't get the bottom of the pan full of garlic, and then I put it in the fridge. I don't want the refrigerator to stink. All right, so give this all a nice mix. You want to dissolve the salt at the bottom. Get all the pepper mixed in with the oregano. Get the vinegar. All right. You could do this in a Ziploc bag, but then you'd have to do two because the chicken leg quarters are too big to fit in one. So I'm just going to do it in here. And if you want, you can smush the garlic a little bit with the fork, the bigger pieces. Okay. All right. And that garlic is going to stick to the chicken, some of it, and then it'll roast beautifully in the oven. Okay, so now I'm going to open my pack of chicken. Okay, so when chicken leg quarters have this, like, I don't know what this is, like a spine bone, sometimes I just chop it off, but I don't have time right now to get into all that. Yeah, this is not going to fit in here. Okay, I'm going to have to dump these in a bowl. It's not going to fit. They're not going to fit, and I won't be able to cover it, and I don't like to put chicken in the fridge uncovered. I got a big bowl here, so I'm just going to put all the chicken in there, just like this. These chicken leg quarters did not fit in the pan, so I'm going to pour all this yummy marinade right over the chicken, just like this. Get all our goodness. Okay. And now I'm just going to massage it into the chicken. You want to make sure all of this gets covered. A little bit of a coating with the garlic and the oregano and the vinegar and the lemon juice. Okay, so the chicken is coated in the olive oil, the lemon juice, the vinegar, the oregano, the salt, garlic, and I'm going to cover this and pop it in the fridge, and this is going to marinate all day until tonight, and I'll see you tonight, and I'll show you how we put this all together. Okay, guys, so it is tonight. I'm going to let this sit at room temperature while I preheat the oven to 375. And with the chicken, I'm going to make asparagus. This beautiful bag of asparagus was $1.99. How wonderful is that? And that is an amazing price. It was limit 3, so we got 3. And some sweet potatoes. I was going to make the chicken on a sheet pan, but I don't know. I decided I'm going to boil the sweet potatoes and just do a sweet potato mash with asparagus and the chicken. I'm going to bake it at 375 for 1 hour. So let me get my pan. Okay, guys, so I'm putting the chicken leg quarters on this pan. And the reason I'm doing this pan, you can make this on a sheet pan and then put the potatoes and everything around the chicken and just bake it on one sheet pan. But the reason I'm not doing that, I mean, it tastes delicious like that, but I am doing it on one of these pans because in my head, if I do it on this pan, all the fat will drip through and it'll be a little crispier all around and a little healthier because the fat is dripping to the bottom as opposed to just sitting in the sheet pan. Trying to get this one out. This one's huge. There we go. Just like that. And I'm going to bake this at 375 for 1 hour. Put some of that garlic on there. It's going to be nice and toasty and delicious. My quarters on here. Put some of this garlic on there. That's going to get nice and yummy. All right. Okay, so while I wait for the oven to finish preheating, I am going to peel the sweet potatoes and get a pot of water boiling. And I'm going to rinse and clean up these asparagus, cut the bottoms off, and I'm not sure how I'm going to cook these yet. Let me think about it. You know what? I'm going to put them in the air fryer. Perfect. All right. The oven is preheated. Let me get those in. All right. I'm just going to take one and I'm going to see where it... Okay, so you can use this. If you just bend it, it'll snap where it needs to. And then you can use that as your guide to cut the rest. And voila. These are the woodsy ends. And this is what we're going to wash up and put in the air fryer with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. So I just rinsed the asparagus, and because I'm going to put them in the air fryer, I just want to pat them dry a little bit so I can spritz them with a little bit of olive oil. So these are going to go in the air fryer. I'm just going to spritz them with a little tiny thin mist of olive oil, and I'll just sprinkle a little bit of salt and some black pepper, and that's it. They're going to go straight in the air fryer. So I'm just going to rub the oil, salt, and pepper all over them. Put these in the air fryer now, but I'm not going to turn it on until 10 minutes before the chicken is done because these won't take that long to cook. Okay, so I just put the sweet potatoes in water and I just turned it on. So I'm going to let these boil. I'm not doing anything to them. I'm not putting salt in the water, anything. We're just going to eat plain sweet potatoes. We like them just like that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to serve them like that or mashed. I'll decide later. Okay, so the sweet potatoes are done boiling. So I'm just going to keep them covered. There's 7 minutes left on the chicken. So I'm going to turn the air fryer on. I'm going to put it at 400 for 7 minutes. So the chicken just came out of the oven. It's nice and crispy. You have the crispy garlic right on top. If you don't like crispy garlic, then leave the garlic off when you put it in the oven. But for us, this is delicious. I'm going to get the chicken off of the pan. Just like this. All right. That is it. So let me plate up a plate and we'll cut into the chicken. Okay, guys, and dinner is served. We have the Greek marinated oven-baked chicken legs. We have the boiled sweet potatoes and the air fryer asparagus. Yum! Let me cut into the chicken and show you. Perfectly cooked. Let's give it a taste. That was delicious. Delicious. That is so good. Look at that. Cooked perfectly. Super juicy. Got some asparagus and sweet potato. Honestly, this chicken has so much flavor. Crispy asparagus, juicy chicken, and the nice, soft, silky sweet potato. So good. And this entire delicious meal was under $10 for the entire family because the huge pack of family sized chicken leg quarters was $5.24. That big pack of asparagus was $1.99, and the sweet potatoes were two and change. So under $10, and you can feed your family this delicious, home cooked, yummy meal. Thanks for watching. I hope I inspired you to make some yummy food. Bye.